Good morning. This is Cecil and Blues. Thank you for joining me, and we're going to be playing a little bit more Monster Train today. This will probably be the last gameplay Monster Train video that I am posting to the channel, but I did want to cover the other multiplayer activity that exists in the game, which is the daily challenges. In the daily challenge, you will be assigned a primary clan and an allied clan that you can see ahead of time, and 3 mutators that you can also see ahead of time, and you'll be competing for the highest score. And as I understand it, the team monitors the scoreboard, like the development team monitors the scoreboard and will purge scores they believe are the result of cheating. And yeah, well, like you can see that people are quite good. These are very, very high scores for a run. You are at Covenant ranked 1, I believe, when you do the daily. And then the modifiers we have today are Never Say Die, so friendly units enter with Endless, which is terrible for the Melting Remnant. Like, just awful. It means that we could never use Reform. Reform is an entirely dead ability. It cannot function, so if we get any Reform cards, we'll just want to throw them out. We won't want to take them in the draft. Acid Rain, every unit deals 2 or takes 2 damage at the end of turn, which includes enemy units. And then Brawl, friendly and enemy units get +5 health, +5 damage, and +10 health. The Pyre will get +10 damage as well. So let's give it a shot and see if we can come anywhere close to these crazy high scores. Over 50,000 is like about the best you can do. So we will be facing the Seraph of the Chaste, who is the one who halves buffs and debuff stacks. I would say probably the easiest of the Seraphs. Like, it could be a little inconvenient, especially since we're playing as the Awoken, and we'll probably be leaning on Thorns, perhaps. We have an Awake, which is an expensive heal. We have Vine Grasp, pull weak units to the front, and we have Wicklash to extend Burnout. So, let's see what we can do here. So, if we lean on spikes, that's going to be good for us. I think because, like, if we leave the space, we can resummon this champion on every floor during the boss wave. But on the other hand, Revenge will also help us because with units dying, it might mess up our draw. Alright, let's see what we got here. Thorn, Stings get +10 magic power and piercing. That could be really, really good. I'm going to take that and hope we can get our hands on some Stings. Alright, Mark of the Invasion will be what we start with. These guys are going to have a lot of health. Let's see what happens. We need these challenges to be operational if we want to get a score that's anywhere near, the top. This is quite a bit of damage, as you can see. They will still all die well, they won't all die to our champion. They will? Why are they all dying to our champion? Because they only have 11 health? I'm a little confused. They attack our champion returns 10 damage to them, and then can only hit one of them. Right? Am I misunderstanding? That's gonna die, but it will come back. We gank her forward. It says these are all dying, but I don't entirely understand. Oh, the Acid Rain, of course. Okay. All right. Her in the back. Problem. Do it like this. Still dead. One of them survives. That's bad, and also that gets away. I'm not a fan. I've already feel like I've definitely not going to be in the top scores now. Replay our champion. Pull this unit to the front to end its life. Flash here, put a regen up. Okay, so what do we do down here? I think we play our train stewards. That's gonna burn out, doesn't matter. Heal that damage. So our pyre really only took one hit, which isn't so bad. This unit's gonna survive for a while, though. We don't have anything that reaches the back row. 10 damage with 18 health. I mean, that dies just as easily in this case. We are doing a little bit more damage. Now the relic that gives us plus 10 damage anytime a unit dies, that would be ideal for us. So our pyre just took 6 damage. Restoration detonation should be value to us. Reform, entirely useless. Entombed explosive might not be. We can just keep putting that up to do damage on a different floor than our champion. I feel like we want to enhance our units. We can make one of our dregs pretty powerful here. Yeah, that's pretty good. No point in doing the reroll. We won't be able to afford anything after it. I'm not particularly interested in the thorns. The Wickless Baron, if he lives for a long time, that could be good. Yes. Yes, I do like that. And I think maybe we give him some spikes. Alright. And maybe in the future we have a chance to give him a little bit more starting health. Got a sweep boss coming in. That is going to be a problem for us. So, in theory, what we want to have we put the Baron on the bottom floor. He'll have to compete with champion for, you know, being a useful tank, and also will take up space for us. It's pretty all right. getting a kill here. I don't think we can make it 2 kills. I don't know if I want to put a train steward on this floor. The train steward will do 10 damage. That did, I think, overall raise the damage we were doing. All right. Only reason. So we might want to let that train steward die. We may want to let all of this die. Like, our champion takes up 2? Yes. So this train steward, like, we want to have 2 empty spaces on every floor. We're not going to. Like, that train steward being in the way up there was a bad call on my part. What else could we do? We could put this entombed explosive in the way. I probably should have put that in the back. We're also going to pull this unit forward. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Sweep damage is nasty. We still have our spikes. I think this does more damage than the Entombed does. Alright, we did take it down. Sorry for the pause. The door to my recording room opened because it's very hot, but my roommates came home unexpectedly, and I don't want that noise filtering in. Sting! We want a Sting, definitely. Burnout can be useful. Whiplash is probably more useful, but probably just do it better to enhance the ones we have. Same here, like, if we can get the Animus of Will kind of buffed up, and we can just keep re-summoning it when it dies, I think that is the right way to go. Is there anything we want a specific double of at the moment? I think I'd rather come left and enhance our spells. Let's double check what we get out of the cavern. Of course, if it's a chance to duplicate. Oh, I don't like these at all. I'm not a fan of those 2 cards. We're gonna pass on those. Alright, Power Stone. We are going to Power Stone our Sting. We are going to make Cheap Awake. Going to re-roll. We're going to make one of these restores get consumed. I think you make the Awake again like Cheever. Lots of things happening here. People succeeding the battle and then using the emotes, I assume. Unnecessary to me. Alright, here these guys are. What do we have at our disposal? Well, this will burn out. That's why it's good to buff this up. This isn't very strong yet. I mean, 8 with the 3 attack, it's no slouch, but it takes up 2 space. Maybe we'll start spreading it out. This doesn't get consumed, so I'll use it just for the regen. Restoration detonation isn't going to do anything for us. Our champion, all of this is dead. I just realized that. That's too bad. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Champion comes back though. Maybe we'll put the Wickless Baron here, and hopefully he'll get to soak up some stuff. What we really want is for these high attack minions to have quick as well. I can pull one of these forward and kill it. No reason to worry about the bomb right now. Well, that's going to take the hit. It's a double hit. We can put a drag here to take both of those, which allows us to put some more damage on the boss. Can't fit another unit there. The more things that die, the less cards we draw. There's definitely a way we need to kind of think about this. This could be a problem. Going to, I think... Oh, we have made a gigantic error. So that we should have had this 34 2 times attack unit in the very, very back. So we are going to do 75 damage to the boss. Dead. So nothing's in the way, so whatever does the most damage... Oh, she doesn't fit. We'll kill this unit, so... all that did was make it so I draw that next turn. Okay, well... Do I want my champion to die? Everything else dies, so I think we do want our champion to die. So that we can summon it on floor 2. But because we have so many things, didn't even try it. So it did fine, but I would say we could definitely be doing better. So return a random defeated enemy. That is entirely useless to us. The Bounty Stalker, again, he's alright, but not great. I guess when he extinguishes, he does get stronger, so every time he dies, he'll come back stronger. I don't think either of these are worth it. The Lady of the House... Maybe the Lady of the House. Let's take... Big Sludge, I don't think is worth it. So what we need is we need more card draw. Because our hand is going to get overwhelmed. Also... I was kind of fishing for better artifacts. Do we want the Tomb Unit to have 30 health? Make him a heck of a tank, but I don't know that that's helpful to us. So let's take the Firebox. We'll just keep ramping up these spikes, I think is the right way to go. Keep fishing for artifacts. We want the artifact that when units die, they come back with 10, or they gain 10 damage. Wickless Baron. Greg. So that's doing damage deep in the background. This will absorb both hits. Kill one of them, then the Baron will kill the other. These two kill that, then that dies. And if I only had one more space, I could get to that unit in the back. One more dreg would have done it for me. That is piercing, so that's pretty good. Alright, well, we got Restoration Detonation, takes care of his armor. Waken gets us back to full health. Bounty Stalker is fine this turn. I think it... Yeah, so his damage increases. That's permanent. These units don't. I don't know. Playing that didn't matter. Okay, Brief Respite is bad because it means that the Bounty Stalker will not live. Or will live to come back. Okay, so how should we go about this? We want the Entombed Explorer, Explosive. He's burning out this turn, so he'll be back next turn. Want to play Sting. Baron can be healed. We can play this Dreg next turn. We cannot play the Dreg this turn. I incorrect about the size of the room. Let's put a Wicklash on it. Ideally, you would put the Bounty Stalker when you know he's not gonna, like, for an endless, you want him behind the tank. I think we're still fine. We're doing an exceptional amount of damage here. That gets us the kill. I was trying to think if the Bounty Stalker would have been good, but we'll have chances to play him in the future. Alright, Split Anvil, not going to be a ton of use for us in this deck. Bramble Lash, now that, my friends, is something we want our hands on. Alright. Well, we just got a win card. And any chance we have to duplicate that card, I'm going to be all over it. I am going to go right. Again, kind of wasting because these Pyre remains. But I want to fish for... Move these Train Stewards. I want to fish for the right relic. Spike damage increased is good. It's not what we wanted. But if I re-roll, I won't be able to afford it if it comes up, so I'd rather not see it. Fish for another relic, and they got Retribution. I assume that this is not apply to everyone. So our champion now does 80 damage when it gets hit. Got the Bounty Stalker right off the bat. I will put out this Dreg. I will also kill one of those. Well, we don't need to hasten the death of our champion. Okay. 13 damage. Got it, no problem. Tomb Explosive, I think. Pretty good. We are not doing that much damage here. That is because they are hurting our stealth unit instead of our champion. Okay. It all helps our stealth unit. Oh. Alright. Heal up our champion. Can get a little bit more damage behind here. These units are going to, for the most part, like, beat up our champion a bit, but they will all die in the process. Give him a good old restoration detonation. That'll help too. Doing 10 damage. There is not a lot I can do to stop that there. Oops. I can put a train steward up here. That at least does 10 damage. Yikes, that is going to be a huge kick in our score. So now that we have a brief respite, we want to put the Bounty Stalker behind the champion. Want to heal the champion. We want to leave space on the second and third floor to resummon the champion and the Bounty Stalker every turn. Nothing else really matters. Getting a nice free 200 damage helps. Those two units will kill themselves against our champion. I think that's all you do. I got much less done, I mean, now that I see it. Unfortunately, we cannot summon the Bounty Stalker, but it's not a concern. For a little insurance, we can do that, but it won't be necessary. Damage reduction, fine. Serve Thorns. I think that's worth it. Thorns are pretty valuable for us with the piercing. A fatal melting. 3 times the number of friendly units that die. I don't think that's a huge enough number in this case. I'm gonna skip it. Well, here we are again. Shoot. I would kind of like to go to the right and make a duplicate of our Thorn, but for the moment, take the mold bracers. For the moment, it's not upgraded yet. Gave 1,000 eyes. Oh boy. Oh please. Target's 40 health. Well, all right. Spent 20 health to get 40 health. I guess you can't complain. We want these vine grafts to do damage. Bramble Lash. There we go. Now we'd want to duplicate Bramble Lash. As long as our champion is alive, we have the ability to do 400 damage to any unit. Alright, this is pretty nasty. And put him right out there. These all have attack right away? I am gonna go ahead and start Wicklashing. Alright. He is gonna die, but he's not gonna die because I'm gonna Bramble Lash. It's 200. I have 20 spikes currently, not 40. That's just currently. Go ahead and put him up there. Okay. So we Bramble Lash. We Tomb. If I kill this unit, then it can't let our assassin get stronger. Will our assassin... I think we can make our assassin die one more time. We're doing good damage to Fel. We're gonna pass on summoning our Tomb Explosive. Alright, that unit's dead. Just perfect. When we resummon it again... We're now 2. Okay, so 1 and then 2, and then I can resummon it down here. I'm gonna choose not to Wicklash it so that it I can resummon it hopefully. Maybe that's the wrong thought. Well, we aren't even on final wave yet. But we will be soon, so we're gonna put Bounty Stalker out in the back. Put that Dreg there. Heal our champion. I should have played Awake, huh? Wake's a much better heal for one. We are on final wave. Bramble Lash first. Sting next. That'll block 2 attacks, so that buys us a little bit more time with our back row unit. Okay, now we've lost a lot of units this turn, which could cause us to not draw what we need. That would be my only concern. But it was an unnecessary concern. Definitely don't want a second Bounty Stalker. I don't think we want to switch it. I don't think we need an adaptive mutation either. Definitely some stuff we could do with that could make it interesting. A Light of Seraph at this stage is probably going to be strong for us. 140 gold, which is not going to be enough to buy a trinket. So we're going to go left, pick up the gold. We're going to take Spike's 40, so now we do 400 damage with our thing. And a Chaos Portal is the wrong type of portal. If we could have gotten the Duplication Portal, we could have made like 5 clones of Bramble-Lash, which I think would have possibly been both great and awful. So what don't we want in our deck anymore? It's just a free removal. These Train Stewards aren't particularly helpful. They don't ever go away. But same with this Animus of Will, which takes up too much space. So we're going to get rid of that. Let's ask for an Awoken card. I mean, it's a good heal. Good heal is nice. And then we can try and make our units a little bit better. But what do we want to do? And the Wickless Baron having more health to start with might be okay. 4 spikes is not a lot of spikes. We could also make the Wickless Baron like a big boy. We can make the Bounty Stalker a big boy as well. But like he's still got a life to live, I think. Let's make our Wickless Baron a big boy. Move on with our life. 400 coins. Ancient Hate. I can't do that because of our Bramble-Lash. So here's where we find out if that cost us. One down. We put the regen out there. We also can unleash the Wildwood, because it does get consumed. No reason not to. Amazingly, he's almost going to die while he's stealthed. So we have room for 2 units. Wickless Baron right there. Maybe we put Entombed Explosive in front of the Wickless Baron. And we ride like that for a bit. That unit in the back, not a fan. But we can fix it. Come to the forward. Get Bramble-Lashed. Bounty Stalker out in front. Bounty Stalker. Immediately dead. As planned. These 2 units are also going to die. Which is unfortunate. It means our card draw will be a little bit weak this turn. But not the end of the world. We still drew a lot. Maybe I don't understand how holdover and stuff works. Because we drew this. These are all our holdover stuff, and then these are 5 new draws. Am I wrong about how that works? It's entirely possible. So this unit's gonna die again, which is hilarious. Gonna put this unit in the back and Wicklash the heck out of him. Oh, we can only afford 1 Wicklash. Alright. This poor bounty stalker is the hero we need. Oh, I thought I was starting to get the feeling that everything exploded like that, but it was just those guys. Okay, well. What can you do? We're probably gonna have a brief respite. Yeah, so unfortunately, we have to play Bramble-Lash so it comes back. Awake. I want to play these 2 stings. I don't think you can target your own units with Vine Grasp. If you can, I will. There we go. Now he's dead, and everyone is happy. Now we destroyed that floor, or this battle, but if we had taken the challenge, we would have lost. It would have been brutal. Yes, I do want more stings. That's all I want, though. Alright. We're gonna go right. We're going to get these last 2 train stewards out of our decks so that we don't draw them. They serve literally no purpose. Hellvent is an easy choice. It's the Bramble-Lash. Five damage from an exploding candle does not seem particularly good. I'm gonna re-roll. Three stacks of burnout each time it's applied. Alright, let's see what we can accomplish here then. Can increase the damage, the healing. Restoration, detonation. We don't need more holdover cards. That would be bad. I don't think 2 healing is very valuable. So we can purge 1 card from our deck. The Lady of the House is not entirely useless. I think if anything is useless, it is this this 1 heal. Alright, off we go. I think we have this. So, here's where it sucks, though. Like, our champion is going to lose her spikes over the course of this. $125 damage. All of these units are going to attack. Okay, everything's dead. I think we just go ahead and try and do as much damage as possible. I hit the boss with the Vine Grasp. So yeah, that's pulling spikes off of our champion, which is going to make it a little less good. It's still pretty good, though. Can't afford to play them both right now. That's rough. Here comes the card draw. At this point, we just need our champion to die. That needs to happen, like, quickly. And 50 damage is still, like, pretty good. But we definitely want to stop healing our champion. We probably should have stopped healing our champion a while ago. Hmm. Okay. Question. Will this get to keep its or will it keep its burnout when it dies? I'm possibly a genius or an idiot. Well, we have to reset our spikes. What can we do up here? You're burning out. That instead of Bramble Lash. Alright, so she extinguishes, goes back into her deck. And there she is. She no longer has that status. So he's dead eventually. Get that out of our way. That out of our way. Okay. Seraph is going to take 1,300 damage-ish. I don't want him to die. I'm gonna go ahead and take this regen, even though I don't think it'll buy us anything. Let's hold down the alter speed button. Gonna be lots of screaming. Alright, so Seraph shattered herself. Unfortunately, we cannot fit our bounty stalker here, but he is unneeded. Seraph is taken care of. Now, I don't think I got a 50,000 score. In order to get a 50,000 score, I would have had to have taken all the challenges and not taken any pyre damage. I'm pretty sure. So we're probably 40,000-ish? Oh, just under 40,000. So that's it. That's as well as we did. So look at our run summary very quickly. Not bad, not bad. Maybe you can make some better choices. It took us about an hour to run it. And if we go back, you can see where we ranked. 881st. How'd you do? If you did it at all. Alright, well, as I said at the top of the video, this is going to be the last, almost certainly, unless there's suddenly a giant spike in views in the videos I posted earlier this week of gameplay videos from Monster Train. It's a really fun game. I enjoy playing it a heck of a lot, but nobody's watching the videos. Like in the last week, just in the last week, I have had more views on my Darkest Dungeon Let's Play than I have on these videos which I just posted. So, you know, that I'm a small person who has not posted a lot of videos in the last 2 years, so it doesn't surprise me that no one's watching, but it is a fact. But I am working on something that's more scripted, more of a guide, the different clans. I don't know if that's going to pan out. Sometimes when I get the script written and I go to edit the footage together, I just don't like it, and then I don't post it. But right now, I'm liking how it's coming together, and maybe you'll see that sometime next week. And if I do post something like that, I hope you'll like it. I hope that you'll find it useful, and if you do, I hope you'll share it, because that's what gets people looking at them. That's why my Darkest Dungeon video did so well, is it got a lot of positive buzz at the beginning, and as a result, when people search for a boss guide on Darkest Dungeon, it's one of the first things that YouTube recommends. So, that's how a video that you spend 100 hours on actually becomes a return on its investment. So, I'm just kind of getting into the weeds here. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, if I did not already say that. And I hope you take a look at Monster Train, because it is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast playing it. Have a great day.